Welcome to Park Theory. My name's Sean, and joining me is Bika.
Hey!
Today we'll discuss the Pecan Flats Trail, located at Inks Lake State Park. And as you can see, you are here. I have a video out, the first part, which is going to be this trail right here. For this video, I hike the rest of it along here and end right there.
Those rocks almost look like lava. Like the way they're spread out.
I am not too sure what type of rocks those are. I probably should know.
They're rocks. They're rocky rocks. They're very dark rocks. Just look at it. It's like it's flowing downwards almost.
Yeah, I feel like it's nice or something.
At least this one looks like it's an open trail. There's that one in Enchanted where like there literally is no flat ground. You're like bouncing from rock to rock to get through this path.
Yeah, it's just pretty easy. This is an easy trail. It's very wide open.
Except for the puddle.
Except for the puddles, yes. I might bust my ass in this video. I can't remember.
Ooh, I want to see that. What month did you go?
This was March. Beginning of March. March 5th, 3rd, something like that.
2020?
Yeah. Yeah, it was only a few weeks ago.
Because it still looks, after all the rains we've had, everything's turned green, but this still looks very dry and winter-ish-y.
Well, yeah, most of the trees are going to be dead because of the fire. There was a fire out here in 2018.
July, August.
Yeah. It burned around 557 acres. So a lot of the trees on this trail you'll see are just burnt.
If it wasn't for the bright green on the ground, it'd almost look apocalyptic, you know.
It feels like
scenario.
it out there.
Oh. Did you meet anyone on this trail?
No. I think at the end I came across two people who were wondering which trail they were on. That was about it. Nobody else was on this trail, which is what's so nice. Most of the trails at Inks that I hiked, I came across maybe one person. Not many people hike them.
I know Inks gets really crowded with like camping stuff, but the trails don't get crowded? I would have thought like if you're camping then you're going on the trails.
Nah, most part. I feel like most people just hang around the lake. I know when I came before, like my whole life, I just hung around the lake. I never hiked these until this year.
Huh.
And I think I've been coming to Inks for 30 years.
Oh, that's a little sad. I mean, look at these trails. This is pretty.
These are nice trails. I do enjoy them. And they're pretty good. I think this one took me about an hour. The Woodland Trail took me about an hour and a half. They're all pretty short. I can do them all in a day, probably.
So this is the latter half of the Pecan Flats Trail.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's more wide open. The first part of the trail is more wooded. That's where the primitive campsites are. So you can camp out there.
I don't like the primitive campsites because they're primitive and they have no electricity and water.
That is true.
I need bathrooms. I need electricity. I need water. I need civilization.
There's bathrooms, and I didn't see anybody camping out there either.
What? Like the random like tall rocks. Like I keep expecting like you to pan over back to them and they've moved.
No, I don't want to experience that.
Well, I'm not in the video. So I want to watch it.
I'm not setting myself up for that.
Another little Inks Lake paranormal
Activity, yeah.
Blair Witch Hunt, whatever that was called.
I swear on the next video I think will be the Woodland Trail. I swear I hear hear banjos out there. The wind giving me the old Biden touch on the shoulder, whispering in my ear.
You see a little note pinned to a tree. Don't read it.
I think that's more where I saw the fox. Or a coyote, one or the other.
So all the black stuff on the ground, that's where it was burned? Or is that just the black lava-looking rock?
I don't know. Could be both, maybe.
I take it was very windy.
It was.
They literally just split that bush in half just for this path. They couldn't make the path go around that one bush. There's like one bush in the middle of this thing.
No.
This bush right here. They could not just go around it.
Actually, I think it was a broken tree limb.
Oh, okay. Move the tree limb. Okay, now it gets rocky.
Yeah, it goes up a little elevation change. It gets you to a point where you get some pretty nice scenic views.
It's not as high as Enchanted Rock, though, right? Elevation change-wise?
No, oh no.
Okay.
Definitely not. This is super easy.
Right. For you, it's super easy. I'll trip over all that stuff.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, where do
I
you
did
trip?
a couple of times.
I want to see where you trip. I guess because I know it's in Texas and I'm from Texas, it looks like Texas, but it also looks like not Sahara, but like Africa. Whenever they're releasing a giraffe back into the wild, this is what this looks like.
I don't know.
You know, this one has a fairly clearly defined path. Like some of the ones that we've been on, like there isn't this like path there. It's just like, okay, a lot of people have gone this way, so we're gonna do the path, and then it's just, you know, brush that's been, you know, trampled on.
No, they do a good job of keeping the trail up out here. There might be some spots along some of the other trails where you'll see walkways where people have gone, but on this one's kept real nice. And even when you go over the rocks, sometimes when you can't see the path, they'll have dots painted. If you're on the green trail, they'll have green dots painted, and you just have to follow the dots, or they'll line up rocks for you. Get more of the burnt trees.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, against the blue sky, they look really creepy pretty.
I'd like to know what it looked like before it was burnt.
Yeah, you didn't go on this until after the fire, right?
Yeah. I didn't even know it existed, I don't think.
You know, whenever we go to a park, a state park or whatever, they always give us the map. And I'm like, oh, look at all these trails. Never go on the trails.
Nope.
Kind of know they exist at some point.
Yeah.
In theory, they exist.
Or the trails are closed or something.
Yeah. Wasn't this one closed? Or there was some trails that were closed because of the fire for quite some time, right?
I assume this one would have been. But on this outing, when I did the trails, none of them were closed. All of them were open. So, and you have, oh man, Pecan Flats Woodland Trail, Devil's Backbone, Spring Valley Trail, Fisherman's Trail. There's another one in there also, so there's a good number of trails.
I always like the name Devil's Backbone. It never quite fit in with Inks Lake, though.
No, yeah, there's the Devil's Waterhole. Don't know why it's called that, but always can see. Yellow dot.
They literally painted a yellow dot on a rock.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most time, anytime I thought I was lost, I would just look around and there would be a dot.
I thought you were joking that they would put dots on the ground.
No, they're on. Yeah, they put them on the rocks.
Aren't they usually they put the signpost with the tiny arrow?
That's usually located at intersections of trails. There you'll see a post. I saw some posts, but some of them were damaged, so they may have just gone with the painting on the rock.
Yeah. Like, fuck it. We're just painting on the rocks.
Yeah, pretty much. Tired of wasting posts.
Our trees are all burnt. We don't have any wood to make a new post.
Plenty of rock here. See, that's how they line up the rocks for you right there.
Man, no wonder they call it the flats.
Yeah.
Are there pecan trees?
It's probably what was burnt.
It's like, if you're gonna call it Pecan Flats, there gotta be some pecan trees.
Yeah. And there's Inks Lake, Camp Longhorn, and
Trees.
trees. You don't see the dam.
Must have just rained. There's a lot of puddles.
Yeah, what rained the night before and the whole day before, I believe. Because I was actually going to go the day before.
Oh yeah, I remember
But it
that.
stormed the whole time. So I went out that day. It was like 55 degrees all day. It was beautiful.
Perfect hiking weather.
Oh, yeah.
Especially right after a storm, people are like, no, it's gonna be all wet. I'm not gonna go.
Yep. Nobody was there.
The green looks like velvet.
The what?
The green on the bottom, it looks like velvet. That's just fake grass. It all got burned away, so they just went to Home Depot, got one of those like little fake grass things, and put it in.
This is some astroturf.
Yeah. It's like, we got a park to run. We gotta keep it pretty. Where are you going? Where are you going? Okay. Turn back around.
I do, yeah. Twirl a couple of times. I didn't see any wildlife.
Y'all burnt.
Oh, gosh. I hope not.
I know.
But probably. They have a lot of viewing stations. I don't.
Quote unquote viewing station.
I assume they're viewing stations. They could be stands. Oh, no, not stands. Probably just viewing stations for deer.
Oh, like a deer blind? So you get behind it, and then the deer won't know you're there, and they'll just walk up.
Or yeah, you can get in it. You can get in it, and it has a little window there that you can look out. There's a feeder there for the deer.
Don't they have like a bird blind?
Yes, that's at the end of the Devil's Backbone Trail.
Okay.
It's on the other side of the lake.
Every time I see one of those bird blinds, I've gone to it, but I never see birds.
Oh, there's plenty of birds here.
I think they just like you. Whenever I go there, there's no birds.
This is the intersection with, let's see, the connecting trail. Connecting trail that leads, let's see, from here, from the Pecan Flats Trail. It'll go around to the Woodland Trail.
Okay, so where does this video end, actually? Like, where do you end up?
Let's see, so we're right here, so we will go this way, cut through here, and we will end right here. So we started right here.
Mm-hmm.
We've already walked this part. And so we'll come back here. The nice scenic views will probably be around this portion here. And then end right there.
Is that a little picture of a deer? Does that mean there's deer there? Like a deer crossing?
I would assume there would have been. I mean, I don't know. They said there would be, fox out here. And I think I saw one out there. So I would have assumed there'd be deer, but I don't see any deer.
scenic views. Oh, hey, there's another map.
There we are. I forgot I put that there.
So if the apocalypse ever happens, you're gonna know how to get over the terrain, right?
Sure.
Why am I with you? Come on. You gotta bring something to this relationship. Apocalypse knowledge, terrain knowledge.
There's not much terrain to know about. It's just all flat.
You'd be like, those are rocks. Avoid those rocks.
You can be seen by everybody up here. You're not protected.
See, there you go. This is not a defensible position. How far is this trail? Or how far? Long?
Actually, how long is it? Let's see, I have it right here. It should say this trail. Let's see.
.49 plus 0.42.
So 0.91, so you're going to 0.91, 0.94, 0.94, so about a mile and a half. A little over a mile and a half, maybe.
Well, that's not too bad.
No. It quotes it here at 1.8 miles. It quotes it at 1.8 miles.
Okay. It kind of looks like you're walking further. I don't know if it's just because it's flat.
I don't know. I think just because you can see everywhere also.
Yeah. Optical illusion type of things. Also because I can hear you your footsteps. Step, 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 step.
But it definitely doesn't feel that far. I don't even think about it when I'm walking.
What lake is that? Is that Inks?
Yeah, that's Inks. It's a little alcove right there.
Is that Devil's Watering Hole?
No. That's where we usually go fishing right there.
Okay.
Goes a little bit that way for the dam. Devil's Water Hole will be way over here somewhere.
Over that hill-ish thing?
Oh no, that's way back in the distance.
Oh, okay. Ugh, cacti. I hate walking near cacti. Or like on a trail with cacti. I always feel paranoid. Like you're on a trail, it's always a thin passageway, and you try to avoid the cacti that's actively leading into the trail, and then your other leg hits a cactus thing because you're trying to avoid this cactus thing.
There's none of that on this trail.
Whatever, I saw a cactus.
One of the other trails, there was a lot of cactus.
Pedernales was a lot of cactus.
Easily avoidable.
I used to have a little cactus plant, but the spiny things, like they were, it's like it wasn't one where like if you pricked and it came off the plant, like you just pull it out of your finger. It always felt like there was microscopic things in your skin. Like,
why are you pricking yourself?
I didn't mean to prick myself on the cactus, but it was like really spiky fuzz that just kept like getting you.
Oh, almost like an asbestos.
Yeah.
Like crawling around in an attic, you just have like fiberglass shards stuck in your forearm.
That's why I don't like cacti. I have traumatic memories of that tiny little cactus plant when I was younger.
I don't think I've ever been stuck by a cactus.
Well, you're a bitch. Where's the path?
It's right there. Look for the dots.
What?
Or the path
dots?
exiting
Oh, okay.
the rock.
I would get so lost in the wilderness.
You basically see your car from here.
It was a massive rocks. There's like several things that look like paths that shot off of those rocks.
No, there was the connecting trail on here. Goes through just a burnt portion. Grass is burnt, everything's burnt. And somebody else was walking with me through there. I kind of stopped and acted like I think I was tying my shoe, and I waited to see where they went. I didn't follow them.
You spied on other hikers?
They followed me, and I was going the wrong way. So I turned around and then acted like I tied my shoe and see where they went. And I followed them.
Does no one know where they're going on this thing?
It's just on that portion. Then I knew where I went the second time I went by it.
Okay, there's a little sign. Maybe they should put more signs. If everyone is blindly following other people and just randomly walking around the wilderness, maybe they should put a little more dots.
It's just a connecting one.
Where are you going?
I thought I was going to do another little twirl.
Twirl, twirl, twirl. Oh, it's a babbling brookie type thing.
Oh, yeah, I think it's babbling.
I remember at Paternalis, we found one of those little brook things, and we kept digging at it and found like where it was in the ground that the water was springing up.
Oh, yeah.
And then it kind of creeped me out that water was springing up into like enough water to make like a brook just randomly out of the ground. Like there wasn't any crack or anything, it was just coming through the sand.
It was odd to see. I haven't seen that there.
Wait, where you? That's not the path. Is that the path?
Yeah. Look at the rocks lined up. Right
Oh.
there. And see the yellow dot? Yellow dot right there.
Wait. Oh, there's the yellow dot. Okay. Yeah, I would not have seen that if you didn't point that out.
Or you just walk in the general direction of where you think you should go.
I literally.
Plus, we know the trail's over here.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, I can see that one. But until you point out the dot, it looked like the regular land formation had made those rocks go straight in a straight line. Okay, we're getting into some trees, some more cover, less open plains.
Now getting back to the beginning.
Watch out for ticks. It's really weird. That's bright, like neon green, and then like burnt gray, black.
Yeah. I have to go back again during the summer, and hopefully more stuff has bloomed.
Yeah, and the fire was in what, 2018?
Yeah.
Hopefully by now, with all the rains and like seasons and stuff like that, things have, I don't know, was it refreshed, regrown?
Hopefully so. Or just the trees.
Renewed?
Yeah. Hopefully just trees that weren't in bloom during winter. But I don't know.
I'm assuming since they're still up, that they're still alive. Like I'm sure, like the park ranger peoples would have taken down any dead trees just for fire hazardness.
Or just not because of
Natureness.
natureness, or not worth itness. Just leave them there.
I mean, they manicured this thing. Look at those reeds. It's like we're walking around a rich person's garden where, like, it's like all of a sudden, like, they're like, no, you don't get our garden. It just stops right here at the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Perfectly manicured.
think I heard something.
The bird?
Maybe something else. May have heard something in the bushes.
Ooh, are we gonna have a chase scene?
No.
Do the rocks come to life? Is this really it? Is this really one of the Blair Witch mystery horror thingies?
No.
Oh.
Nothing comes to life.
Well, I mean, you're alive and you're right here next to me, so I'm assuming nothing happens. Unless you haven't told me.
This is one of the blinds right up here.
Okay. I always wonder
Just
if
for deer viewing, deer shooting.
Who shoot the deer? You're not allowed to hunt here?
I feel like you can. They close it down once a year or something for hunting, bow hunting maybe. I feel like to deal with the deer population.
Poor deer. I always wondered about the concept of blinds, though. I mean, like, your scent is all over the place. But
Unless you cover it up. Or if you get, what, downwind? Upwind?
But don't they smell it anyway? I always assumed, like, deer had, like, a sense of smell, like, you know, cats or dogs, where it doesn't have to be floating directly in their faces in order to scent it.
What do you cover it up with? Deer piss or something?
No, don't. Don't do that.
Well, it covers up your smell.
You're putting deer piss on?
I don't know. Not me.
They don't.
I feel like it's a thing. The deer smells it. It's like, oh, okay, it's not human.
Oh, okay. I pissed you earlier. It's fine.
Yeah. My piss has come to kill me.
What if, okay, so if you buy this product of deer piss from, like, you know, Cabela's or the one with the goose.
Gander Mountain?
Yeah, Gander Mountain. I just remember it's the one with the goose. It's the goose thingy. Like, so, if you buy this product that's like, okay, replicates deer piss or whatever, and, like, you know, so you don't actually cover yourself with piss, but, you know, it covers your scent. Like, what if that formula is made off of, like, some random sample of a deer that was super aggressive and, like, or whatever, and so the deer can always smell that. And, like, oh, I don't want to come over here. This deer is mean.
I have no idea.
Smell communicates things other than just territory, right?
I would assume so. I don't speak animal. I don't know.
You don't speak deer piss?
No. And that is the end of the video. That's the end of the trail.
Okay, so you made it through without having to soak yourself in another animal's urine?
That is correct, yes.
Okay, good job.
So I did not do this connecting trail.
Why is it in red? Is it dangerous?
Just because it's connecting.
Okay.
This one over here is also connecting, and it's in red.
Okay.
So it's just if you're in primitive or something over here,
and
you want to get back, you can just take a shortcut right here.
Is there a little outhouse over there?
Yeah, there's an outhouse right here.
Is it literally an outhouse?
It is literally an outhouse.
Yeah. No.
I mean, it's just like a porta potty, but
I mean, I try to avoid
standing porta potty.
I try to avoid porta potties too, so that's not really helping.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say go there, but when you're out here,
and you need to go, I guess.
Actually, I'd just piss by your campsite. I would do that.
Dig a hole. Dig a hole.
Basically, that's all. This is 2 holes or 4. I don't know how many fucking holes with a box stuck over it.
It's the official holes.
Yeah. Only no running water out here. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Any questions, comments, or anything, leave them below. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Bye.